When Anna discovered that her husband, Liam, had been unfaithful, her world crumbled. It happened unexpectedly. During what should have been a routine evening, a misplaced phone buzzed on the kitchen counter, lighting up with a message that read, "I miss you too." Anna felt her heart drop as she realized the message wasn't from her. Confronting Liam was a storm of raw emotion, anger, disbelief, sorrow. But beneath it all was a faint hope that things could somehow be fixed. Liam confessed, remorseful and ashamed, admitting to a months-long affair born from dissatisfaction and poor choices rather than a lack of love. Betrayal is a complex wound, one that cuts through trust, intimacy, and self-worth. For Anna, the journey toward healing began with one critical decision. She needed to understand her feelings and determine whether reconciliation was possible. Therapy became a lifeline for both of them. Anna sought an individual counselor to unpack her pain, while Liam joined her in couple sessions to address the cracks in their marriage. Healing after betrayal required both time and honesty. Anna demanded transparency from Liam, not as a form of punishment, but as a rebuilding block for trust. Liam agreed to open communication and complete accountability, willingly severing ties with his affair partner and making his actions visible. But it wasn't just Liam who needed to change. Anna realized that rebuilding trust wasn't only about watching Liam's every move. It was about rediscovering her own confidence and understanding her boundaries. She practiced self-care, leaning on friends and family for support, and began hobbies that reignited her sense of individuality. Over time, their conversations moved from tense accusations to meaningful dialogues. Liam shared his feelings of inadequacy and stress that had contributed to his straying. Anna, though cautious, opened up about her fears and hopes for the future. They worked on their intimacy, not just physical, but emotional. Small gestures like handwritten notes and uninterrupted evening walks became touchpoints of reconnection. Every betrayal story is unique, and not every couple chooses to stay together. For Anna and Liam, the decision to work through the pain rather than walk away stemmed from mutual love and a shared commitment to growth. It wasn't easy. Trust took years to rebuild, and some days were harder than others. Forgiveness wasn't a singular moment, but a process, one that Anna embraced for her own peace of mind. Liam, in turn, had to show through consistent actions that he was worthy of her trust. Their marriage didn't return to what it once was, but they built something new, stronger, more intentional, and deeply rooted in honesty. For anyone navigating the aftermath of betrayal, the road forward depends on a combination of introspection, communication, and shared effort. Rebuilding trust is possible, but it requires vulnerability, a willingness to address the underlying issues, and the courage to either repair or let go. Anna and Liam's story is one of many, but it reminds us that healing, though difficult, is always within reach. Anna and Liam's journey to rebuild their relationship wasn't linear. There were setbacks along the way, moments of doubt and arguments where old wounds resurfaced. Anna sometimes found herself questioning Liam's sincerity, while Liam struggled with guilt and the fear that he would never regain her trust. One particularly challenging moment came months into their reconciliation process. Anna accidentally stumbled upon an old photo of Liam and his affair partner while organizing files on their shared computer. Though Liam had assured her that he had deleted everything related to the affair, this discovery reignited her insecurities. It led to an emotional confrontation, with Anna wondering aloud if she could ever feel secure in their marriage again. Instead of retreating into defensiveness, Liam used the tools they had learned in therapy. He acknowledged her feelings without dismissing them, apologized for the oversight, and reminded her of the steps he'd taken to prove his commitment. It was a turning point for Anna. While the pain was still fresh, she began to see Liam's actions as evidence of his dedication to rebuilding their trust. As time passed, Anna also began to focus on forgiving herself. She realized she had been blaming herself for not noticing the signs earlier or for somehow not being enough. Through her individual counseling sessions, she learned that Liam's betrayal was a reflection of his choices, not her worth. This self-awareness helped her reclaim her power and approach their reconciliation from a place of strength rather than vulnerability. To solidify their progress, Anna and Liam created new rituals to foster their bond. Every Sunday, they sat down together to discuss their week, sharing both positive experiences and any lingering concerns. They also made a habit of writing letters to each other on anniversaries, expressing their feelings and appreciation for the growth they had achieved together. Over time, the narrative of their relationship shifted. The affair was no longer the defining moment of their marriage, but rather a chapter that marked a transition into a more conscious and deliberate partnership. Their story became a testament to the idea that while betrayal can fracture a relationship, it can also serve as a catalyst for transformation. Anna often reflected on the lessons she had learned through the process. She discovered the importance of setting boundaries and recognizing her own needs in a relationship. Liam, on the other hand, learned to communicate openly and prioritize the emotional health of their partnership. Years later, when Anna looked back on their journey, she didn't see a perfect fairy tale. What she saw was a story of resilience, growth, and the power of choice. Both she and Liam had chosen to fight for their love, to rebuild trust brick by brick, and to create something even more meaningful than what they had before. Their story serves as a reminder to others navigating the pain of betrayal. While forgiveness and reconciliation may not always be the right path, when both partners are willing to put in the work, healing and rebuilding are possible. It takes effort, patience, and vulnerability, but the reward can be a relationship grounded in honesty, understanding, and a renewed commitment to each other. As Anna and Liam moved forward, their relationship transformed into something new. Trust wasn't rebuilt overnight, but through consistent effort and small, meaningful gestures, they created a foundation stronger than before. Anna learned to prioritize her own healing, embracing hobbies, friends, and self-discovery. Liam, committed to change, demonstrated transparency and patience, proving his love through actions rather than words. While scars from the betrayal remained, they became reminders of the strength they found in working through their pain. Together, they turned their darkest chapter into a testament to resilience, showing that even after betrayal, love can be rebuilt with time and dedication. As the years passed, Anna and Liam continued to navigate the delicate process of rebuilding trust and redefining their relationship. Each phase brought its own challenges, but they approached these hurdles with the tools they had learned in therapy and the mutual desire to grow stronger together. One of the pivotal moments came during a vacation they had planned a year after beginning their reconciliation journey. It was a trip to a secluded cabin by the lake, intended as a reset, a chance to reconnect away from the distractions and stress of daily life. Initially, Anna was hesitant. The thought of spending so much uninterrupted time with Liam felt daunting. However, she also saw it as an opportunity to test the new foundation they had been working so hard to build. During their time at the cabin, Anna and Liam experienced both moments of joy and moments of raw vulnerability. They cooked meals together, took long walks by the lake, and shared stories from their past that they had never revealed to one another. One evening, under the stars, Liam opened up about the deep-seated insecurities that had driven him to make the choices he now deeply regretted. "I felt like I was failing at everything," Liam admitted, his voice trembling. "Work, being a good husband, even being happy. And instead of talking to you about it, I ran. I was a coward." Anna listened, her heart aching not just for her own pain, but for the suffering he had carried in silence. It was in that moment that she realized she had reached a crossroads. She could hold on to her anger or allow herself to fully lean into forgiveness, not for Liam's sake, but for her own peace. Forgiveness, she discovered, wasn't about forgetting or condoning what had happened. It was about choosing to move forward without letting the betrayal define her or their marriage. That night they both cried, not tears of sorrow, but of release, as if they were finally shedding the heavy burden they had carried together. Back home, they continued their journey with renewed purpose. They established boundaries that honored both their needs. Liam ensured his actions remained transparent, whether through regular check-ins, open access to his devices, or consistent communication about his whereabouts. While these measures initially felt awkward, they became less about surveillance and more about reinforcing trust. Anna, on the other hand, worked on her confidence and independence. She joined a book club, started attending yoga classes, and even took a painting workshop, a passion she hadn't explored in years. These activities not only brought her joy, but also reminded her of the vibrant individual she had always been, outside of her role as a wife. Through these experiences, Anna and Liam began to see their marriage not as a singular entity, but as a partnership between two evolving individuals. They celebrated each other's growth and learned to approach challenges as a team rather than as adversaries. One of the most profound lessons they learned was the importance of communication. Every time a doubt or fear crept in, they addressed it openly, no matter how uncomfortable the conversation might be. Over time, these discussions became less frequent, but no less important. Years later, they reflected on their journey during a quiet evening at home. "We didn't just survive this," Liam said, taking Anna's hand. "We built something better." Anna smiled, realizing he was right. Their marriage wasn't perfect. It never would be. But it was authentic, grounded in honesty and mutual respect. The scars of the past remained, but they no longer felt like open wounds. Instead, they were reminders of how far they had come. For Anna and Liam, the journey to rebuild trust and overcome betrayal was not just about saving their marriage. It was about rediscovering themselves and each other, proving that while betrayal can shatter, it doesn't have to define. With commitment, effort, and love, they had not only healed, they had grown. As Anna and Liam moved forward, their lives became a blend of old memories and new beginnings. They continued to build a life that embraced growth, love, and the lessons they had learned. The experience of betrayal had left its mark, but it also deepened their understanding of what it meant to truly commit to one another. One of the most challenging but rewarding aspects of their journey was redefining their shared dreams. Before the affair, their life had followed a predictable pattern: work, home, social commitments. But now, they wanted something more intentional. They began setting aside time every month to discuss their goals, both as individuals and as a couple. Some dreams were small, like planting a garden in their backyard, while others were more ambitious, such as planning a cross-country road trip. The road trip became a turning point in their lives. With their car packed and a loosely planned itinerary, they set off to explore places they had always talked about but never visited. Each stop brought new adventures, hidden hiking trails, charming small towns, and quiet moments watching sunsets from the hood of their car. The journey wasn't just about the destinations. It was about rediscovering the joy of being together, learning how to laugh again, and sharing the silence without fear. Of course, not everything was idyllic. Along the way, there were moments when old doubts surfaced. A casual comment or a lingering glance from a stranger could trigger Anna's insecurities. In those moments, Liam didn't dismiss her feelings. Instead, he patiently reassured her, reminding her through words and actions that his commitment to her was unwavering. His willingness to acknowledge her pain, even years later, became a cornerstone of their rebuilt trust. The trip also gave Anna time to reflect on her own growth. She realized how far she had come, not just in forgiving Liam, but in forgiving herself. She no longer carried the heavy burden of self-blame or the constant need to question her worth. Instead, she found strength in knowing she had faced one of life's most painful challenges and come out stronger. When they returned home, life resumed its usual rhythm, but something had shifted. They were no longer just partners repairing a broken relationship. They were a team with a renewed sense of purpose. They began volunteering together at a local community center, teaching art classes and hosting workshops. The act of giving back became a source of joy and fulfillment, deepening their connection and creating a shared sense of meaning. As their anniversary approached, Liam surprised Anna with a heartfelt gift, a journal filled with letters he had written to her over the past few years. Each letter chronicled a moment that had strengthened his love for her, From the first time she smiled after the affair to the way she fearlessly pursued her own passions. It was a gesture that spoke to the depth of his gratitude and the transformation their relationship had undergone. Anna, in turn, wrote Liam a letter of her own, expressing her pride in the man he had become and her gratitude for the life they had rebuilt together. It was a moment of mutual recognition, a testament to the fact that, while the road had been hard, it had also been worth every step. Their story didn't end there. It continued in the everyday moments of their lives. In the shared laughter over breakfast, the quiet evenings reading together, and the ongoing effort to nurture the love they had fought so hard to preserve. For Anna and Liam, the pain continued next episode coming soon.